Welcome back to Vintage Recipe Hero, where I try and make the old as interesting as the trending. Fall is just around the corner. Ding ding! So with that in mind, I thought I'm gonna make an apple cake this week, and we're gonna do it retro Swedish style. This cinnamon apple retro Swedish cake is called Kaneläppelkaka. I tried my best. I'm so sorry. This week's recipe was published in the 1980s in the Good Cookbook, the Cakes edition. This is a wonderful collection for learning how to cook and bake. Actually, 2/3 of the book is just all instructional and only 1/3 is recipes. Anyways, this cake sounds super delicious and I've never had a Swedish apple cake before. I don't know about you, so I think that we should both try this and get started right now.
Butter your cake tin. And make sure you don't make the same mistake as I did, and please do not use a springform cake tin. Spread the breadcrumbs around it. Do not forget the sides like I did. Here you are, 2 of my 3 mistakes. Peel, core, and slice the apples. You can use whichever apple you like. They did not specify the type. I chose Granny Smith apples because I love a tartness in my cakes and pies. Crack your eggs into a large mixing bowl. I crack my eggs against each other or the counter so that the shell doesn't get pushed inside to the egg. Add 1 cup of the sugar, reserving the other 1/4 cup. Mix together well until thick and pale. You could use a hand mixer for this or an electric mixer. Add your melted butter. This is the only liquid in this cake. Sift in your baking powder and flour. Mix together well until the batter forms. I recommend using a whisk for this part as opposed to the spatula that I used. I swear, whenever I get on camera to bake, something goes wrong in my brain every single time. Pour the batter into the buttered cake tin. Mix the cinnamon with the remaining sugar in a large bowl. Dip or mix all the apple slices in the cinnamon sugar. Push all the apples into your cake batter. Yes, they will all fit. There will come a point where you feel like, maybe 3 apples was too many apples. It's not, believe me, you want them all in there. Bake at 350 until brown and the internal temp reads at least 206 degrees Fahrenheit.
Don't use a springform pan, use a regular cake tin. My butter is currently melting through the crack and making my oven smoky smoky. Smoky smoky.
Slice your finished cake into as many pieces as you see fit. I'm telling you, the bigger the piece, the better with this cake, or else you'll just be coming back for more. It's beautiful. I really hope you enjoy this.
My whole house smells like delicious apple cake right now. Now, before I try this, I do want to mention that I made 2 mistakes while making this. Number 1, I don't know why, but I really had a big brain fart with the breadcrumbs and totally forgot that they're probably supposed to be used like flour. Like when you flour your pan which I should know because I'm a baker. For some reason, I just put the breadcrumbs straight on the bottom of the cake. No big deal. The cake didn't stick to my tin. Oh, but that brings me to mistake number 2. There's actually 3 mistakes. Mistake number 2, don't make this in a springform pan. No, my butter melted through the little crack and made my oven smoky. So then mistake number 3 would be I used unsalted butter, and I probably should have used salted butter because I realized afterwards there's no salt in this recipe. I'm not sure if that's typical of Swedish baking, but I have a feeling that they take their butter seriously, and if they take it seriously, they probably salt it. The bottom is so crispy from those breadcrumbs though. I can see immediately it's soft, moist, fluffy. My friends, there's no liquid in this. There's only butter. Oh yeah, that's a perfect apple cake. Of course, it's buttery and moist, but it's also a little dense. Perfect to go with coffee or tea. The apples I used are tart, so their tartness comes through just a little bit. There's still a little crisp, which I like. God, it just looks so gorgeous and it just tastes so gorgeous. I can't even talk about this cake without my mouth watering. It really is delicious. And with this type of cake, I bet you it's gonna taste even better tomorrow. Now, a cake made with butter as opposed to oil won't have as long of a shelf life. However, cakes made with butter never last too long. This retro Swedish apple cinnamon cake, Kaneläppelkaka, will get a rating of 8 out of 10 from me. If I used the salted butter, if I had used the breadcrumbs appropriately, it might have been an 8.5. But it's a super simple and tasty apple cake, and I'm gonna finish this piece and maybe another piece with my iced coffee. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Kaneläppelkaka.